What brought you guys into the project? Why did you want to do it, Wilmer?
Well, in this, we've been talking about this for a second, and I think there's been an ongoing conversation in Hollywood. I feel like there's a major urgency to try to tap into the immigrant story, and from a border story to an immigrant story, as universal as they may be, no matter what your origin is, it all ties into something. And I think that Hollywood is understanding that's there's an urgency to tell the stories, but also it's as urgent as it is. It's also critical to champion the ideas that really tap into the conversation, and that the opinion can be of the audience, right? And I felt like the script had all the elements to make it, a film that could create a perspective, as opposed to like, let's watch this family go through something. The story was stylistically was designed for wear my shoes, and and don't hear my opinion, don't hear what I'm trying to, there's no agenda here except for you walking away with a pair of shoes that you're willing to share with your family and your friends, and that was important. So to me, that the urgency of developing stories that can tap into what it's like from a putting yourself in those shoes perspective, I think was critical, and that's the only way that these stories can really be honored, and that's what the script had for me. I mean, I've been approached many border stories, many immigrant stories, and I'm sure their origin idea comes from a good place, but in execution it's crucial that you get it right, specifically because there's a generation that's feeling it in this moment more than anything, and we're living in a generation that is in pain, that needs to see hope, and that needs to see a story that they can relate to.
Yeah, I was just excited just to tell a different kind of story. I mean, we see stories about families all the time, but we've never seen this family, and I was just excited to explore a different narrative. When it, yes, touching on immigration, but also touching on this culture, this beautiful culture that I personally know. I mean, I'm Colombian. My parents are Colombian. They emigrated from Colombia, and I was excited to see that on screen because we never get to see that. And I was just hoping that this would sort of be the beginning of more stories that can be told, diverse stories. I was excited to work with Esteban. I saw his vision being super different from anything that I've done before. I haven't done much film, so sort of like my stepping into that, and I'm glad I got to do it with these guys.